What's up? My name's Ian Kenrick. I'm the creator of Ion Motive. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can accomplish your biggest goals, how to start working on them, how to start figuring out the process of achieving them. And there's two reasons you need to do this. The first reason you need to start right now is because one, in the process of working towards your goal, you figure out the next step. A lot of times when we have these huge goals, these huge things we want to accomplish, it seems impossible, right? We don't know where to start. But you just have to start. You don't even have to take the correct step at first. You just have to try something. Because once you try something, it shows you the next step. And then that shows you the next step. And so on. And the second reason you need to start right now, once you're done with this video, is because once you act, you feel good. You feel great. It feels good to take the first step. And once you feel good, you feel motivated. And when you feel motivated, you act again. So in the process of acting, you create this cycle where you feel good, you feel motivated, and you keep moving forward. Before we get going any further, I ask that you like and subscribe and share this video with a friend who's trying to accomplish their own huge goals. Today, I'm going to show you two different tools I use to accomplish my biggest goals. The first one is called the Purpose-Filled Path, and it's basically a step-by-step process of thinking about how I'm going to eventually hit my goal. And the second thing I do is take what I used in that purpose-filled path, and I create a list of highlights that I can check off as I accomplish little step, little step, little step until I get to the very end goal. Let's start by looking at the purpose-filled path. I'll use a personal example, one of my own goals. So the purpose-filled path looks like this. Here's the path. You got your goal at the top. My goal today that I'm going to be talking about is my goal to live in Hawaii. I want to live there after college at some point for at least a couple of years. I'm living in Michigan right now and I'm not a huge fan of the cold. I wouldn't mind skipping out on the shoveling in these cold winters. It sounds nice to be sitting on a beach, relaxing, reading a book, going surfing. I think I'd rather do that than go shovel. So I'll put Hawaii at the very top. That is my ideal goal. So now that I've got my specific goal at the top, I can take the first step. Like I said, it doesn't even have to be right. I just have to try something in order to start moving forwards, in order to start moving closer towards that goal. So if I want to move to Hawaii, my very first thing that I should start doing is to start raising some money, right? It's going to be expensive to get there, so I need to raise money. Once I start getting comfortable with that, I can take the next step. I can start applying for maybe an internship out there so I can possibly get a job out there in the future. So look for an internship. But if I need an internship, then I eventually need to start figuring out the location I want to live. So once I get comfortable with these two steps, I can take the third step. I can try to figure out the location. Maybe I want to live on Maui. Maybe I want to live on Oahu. I need to figure that out so I can get more specific, understand how I'm going to eventually reach my goal of moving to Hawaii. After this, I might be a little stuck. I might need to try to figure out the next step, might have a hard time doing it, so I'm just going to think, just going to try something. Maybe it would be good to go out there and visit. But after thinking about it, that might be a lot of money. I might not need to do that right now because this goal is ultimately a few years away. It might be a waste of money. I might just have to try that in the future. So rather than completely forgetting about this idea, I'm just going to cross it out for now and put it out here. Visit. Because I might need to do this in the future. I might not. But it's good to have it off to the side in case I need to bring it back onto the path of moving forward. And I'm going to continue working on this process until I finally reach my goal. Maybe the next step's to finalize getting a job out there. Maybe then to buy or rent a house. I can keep doing this, breaking down my goal into micro steps. And once I do that, it becomes easier to see the bigger picture. It becomes easier to finally reach the ultimate goal. Chances are when you're starting to work on your goal, you might not know all the steps at the start. That's okay, right? I still have to figure out this step, this step, this step, possibly more steps to get to the end. But right now I have a good starting point and I can start to work through this. Once I do the purpose-filled path, I like to create my highlighted list of micro goals. So the ultimate goal is to move to Hawaii, like I said. Well, now I'm going to write down all the tiny goals that I can accomplish along the way, and I'm going to check them off as I accomplish this. This is going to make me feel motivated because sometimes it sucks when you're working on a goal and it's like this all or nothing mindset. Like you don't have it, and then hopefully one day you do get it. So break it down to smaller things that you can accomplish so you see the bigger picture, so you continue to keep moving forward, so you feel motivated, feel good about what you're doing. So like I said, I needed to raise money. So maybe the first thing I need to do is raise $100. And the next thing might be raise 1,000. Raise $5,000. Then let's look at the internship. I said that was one of my goals. So maybe another goal would be to apply for 5 internships. 5 intern. Apply for 5 more. Then maybe narrow choices down to 3 options. And then the last goal, pick internship. Obviously, I have a lot more steps to go, but you get the idea. And then, once I start accomplishing these things, I can cross them out. I've got $100, I've got $1,000. Don't currently have $5,000, but maybe I already applied for 5 internships. Maybe I've already applied for 10. And I can keep working through this all the way to the top. So take what you think about in the purpose-filled path. Take those steps that you broke down to reach your goal, and then break them down even further into micro goals that you can highlight along the way. I promise these 2 strategies have helped me so much in reaching my goals. I use them for my personal fitness goals, I use them for my financial goals, for my travel goals, my career goals, and it's helped me so much to stay motivated and actually understand what it is I'm doing, understand what I want. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope it helps you to reach your biggest goals in 2021 and your biggest goals in the upcoming years. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. And don't be afraid to comment your goals. I'd love to hear what you're hoping to accomplish in the near future. If you haven't yet, feel free to check out my podcast episodes on all major podcast platforms. I also usually post them on YouTube as well. That's all I got for you today. Until next time, remember the ION motive, live a charged life.